Just lay out, ready to plug. We're going to have, as you see from there, on the left side, with this being the top, our left side is where the inverter is going to go, and it's going to be roughly halfway down the panel, close as we can judge it by eye. So we're going to take any inverter.
Yeah, and we enter from there. If we had realized we were just supposed to go to the trail by Elton Rock, it would have been a lot easier if we realized, because we were already over on Blue Lake in the campsite check-in. So we had known that.
And that inverter has a serial number which peels off.
Nobody knew, so we know now, I guess.
So we've got to do two things. Looking at this diagram, we've started with 1A. So we're going to take our silver marker. Sorry, not that one. Let's take our silver marker.
The one that you have
Into here?
stashed
Come.
away.
Okay, and we're going to make this one 2A. Okay, that's going to tell us where in the circuit it is, and then we're going to take this serial number off here.
He has to enter all this in the computer so he knows which is which.
And it goes right on the...
Yep, please. Good. And we're going to put that on the 2A. Now what's going to happen is that when these things come up and report electronically through the transmitter, Greg is going to be able to see a serial number reporting, and he's going to be able to assign that to the right space so that we know which one is where. They're not going to tell us when they sign up on the system, they're not going to tell us where they are on the roof. So we're going to have to do that initial mapping of where they are. And once we have that, then we know exactly what's producing where, and they'll all give us individual outputs and so forth. Okay, so then we take one of these guys and a bolt and washers. These are each one going to get 2 washers. No, I don't know what those are. Oh, I know what those are. Those are going to go, these good. Actually, those should best go back inside this package. Those are little studs that he's going to use later on to lock in panels. Okay, so this thing is going to get a washer on each side of the panel. Let's see, we're coming with the this one this way. Okay, so here's our setup. So we've got 2 washers.
So this looks at you.
Yeah, then I'll come this way. Okay, so we've got the panel going in between 2 washers, and then this is going all the way down to tightening up on here.
Sort of like Tinker Toys or
They are.
Legos, huh?
Everything fits in the way it's supposed to, except I'm not remembering. Notice we have a long side of the slot and a short side of the slot. And somebody's going to have to go look at that and see which is facing the rail.
Should we bring that whole sample over here so
We can do
that
that.
as a guide?
It's nice and safe over there against the house.
Short side hits the rail. Okay, so just like we have here.
It hits the rail?
Yeah. Okay. So what I have here.
That's good.
What I have here is a 1/2-inch wrench, and we'll just snug that up enough. It's hard to tighten it completely, but you can get it snug on there. Okay. And then this is going to come down halfway on the panel.
Get it around the other side.
And this tab sits down into the bottom end of that. And then we're going to snap right down into place, and it's gone snap. Right?
That's it?
So we're pretty good shape there. We'll do a final squaring off by eye, and then I'll take that 1/2-inch wrench again and give this a fairly snug. So it's secure. It's not going to come off. We haven't. You can tighten this as much as you can tighten it with this small wrench. You don't have to worry about over tightening. Okay. Then we've got 2 leads here, and they can only go in one way, right? They're plus and minus. So
Really?
you can't do them wrong.
Colored or
But what we
Legos,
do
really?
have to listen for is a click.
They walk together.
So as I put those in,
Yeah, there it is.
Yep.
that last little click, and it's all the way solid down in there. Again, clicked in, solid, no spaces here. Okay? And then what we have to do is figure out how to get these wires all secured so that they're not going to be flopping around.
what does this thing do?
That
held it
was
at the beginning.
that only was there at the beginning.
Why
We're not
didn't
going
they
to
put
use
one
that
over
again.
there for us?
Well, because they gave us some other neat little things here.
Oh, they did. Oh, good idea.
Which are these little things, which can be sort of tricky going on. But if you notice, they've got 2 little tabs in there that once they go on, they're pretty much going to stay on there. It does help to open them up a little bit, we'll find, I think. But, and they're going to go on underneath like that. Each one theoretically will handle 2 wires, although we'll see. Let's try one here and just see how this goes. This is not an exact science. Plug that in all the
Yeah.
way, and I'll plug that one in back of it,
Yeah.
and that'll hold pretty well.
Yeah.
And if we were to do one more here to get both of these, if you pull the wires out of the way first and put this on, then the wires don't get stuck behind it.
Like that.
Right? And we'll put maybe one more up on here. Why don't somebody else give a try at that one? Put one up, say, hold it somewhere up in there. If you wiggle them back and forth a little bit, you'll find they'll.
And there's a longer side too, right?
Need to separate it a little bit.
There you go, perfect. What I find is that by forcing it against the back of this. Yep. And I'd say that's good. This is all looks pretty tight. It's going to hold. We've done our marking for the pan.